Yesterday's winner in fourth, all cleanly through turn one.
Yes, and I don't think Morelli's going to make the same mistake. He goes up the inside. He doesn't quite make it up inside from third place on Salmella there. He's surely
the place of Alvaro Carpe.
And Morelli really has a season that's gone up and down, up and down. He started off with victory in the first race. There is yesterday's winner, 51. Brian Uriarte there, fourth or fifth place.
Oh, then, wow, Morelli takes the lead then from Carpe as they send it through Rushkenhook up to the GT chicane. Such a famous ribbon of asphalt we've had, and this will be 95, no plan B. Leads the way, does Lightning McQueen.
Yeah, and he's got the 83 of Alvaro Carpe, the pole man, on his tail. There's Brian Uriarte right there behind Rico.
Peroni sits fourth in the championship standings. He's just over 20 points off the series lead. The riders all running very, very wide there on the exit to Strubben. Now onto this short squirt of a back straight GP in here, but could this be the place that he turns it around?
And Brian Uriarte, you can see him there in third place, the middle of your screen. He has seen that Marco Morelli has jumped ahead now. He's opened up a couple of bike lengths lead. He doesn't want to see him there in third place, the middle of your screen. He has seen that Marco Morelli has jumped ahead now. He's opened up a couple of bike lengths lead. He doesn't want to see the Argentine take a stronger lead than that.
No, there he goes, absolutely. I mean, lengths back to Uriarte, as you say. He knows he can't let the Argentinian get away. He was sensational to take the first victory of the season, and it's the fastest lap of the race from
Carpe and Co are determined to get back on his tail. Let's see if they can slipstream him down the back straight.
One rider who was really strong yesterday, we've not yet seen the best of here, is Veda Pratama. He is in 8th place. So he had his big front end fold yesterday, wasn't it?
I think it was, you're right, yeah. And he said that was, I said, was that skill or luck that you saved that? A bit of skill and a bit of luck, he admitted. Stuff. Those onboard camera shots are absolutely superb. Oh, you can see that's the back end of Carpe. And there is Marco Morelli still with the advantage. It's diminished a little bit, but it's still...
They've certainly caught him back up now, Morelli. I think his ambition of getting away from it all was pretty short-lived.
Yeah, that's right. You can see Moodley still there back in 6th place. As he said, he's not really...
I absolutely love watching the difference in riding styles for both Alvaro Carpe and Marco Morelli. Morelli's so old school almost. You could put him on a 250cc two-stroke and he looked fine.
This is really... Morelli has stretched things, hasn't he?
Yeah,
and he's still got Carpe right on his tail, but the pace is strong, and at the moment it's the sort of...
Peter, yesterday's pace was relatively slow in comparison to today, if I'm not mistaken, from the actual times in the PDF. That's big Rossi cut across the GT chicane.
So Brian was aware that you know, the pace wasn't that quick yesterday. He certainly managed to go with...
The conditions are contributing to this. You're seeing the fastest riders yesterday far more comfortable, really making a break. They don't want a big group following all around and mucking up their ambitions for race winning.
It's led by Hakim Danish, the Malaysian, on the number 13.
Oh, that was Veda Pratama cutting off the front of... That was Pugliese there, I think. Goodness me.
They've realised that the 6 in front are disappearing, and they've got to go after them.
I've got a theory, and it's just been proven to me looking down the PDF. Why is the pace so hot? Morelli's still in the up, haven't they? But one rider who is learning all the time, Veda Pratama, is now leading that chasing pack. Can they work together? Thompson, Christian Daniel Jr., Giulio Pugliese, Leonardo Zanni, Dodo Boggio, and Hack will be a factor in this race.
Yeah, and we just seen Daniel get a track limits warning. And as you say, you know, the pace is hotter, the track temperature is cooler. But that these guys, if they think the engine's going to be too cool and the temperature is low, they'll put some tape over the radiator to reduce the cooling effect. But that has a tape attached to it.
Before we had the introduction of the new Pirelli tyres, we had previously seen in Rookies Cup races a bit of a breakaway group at the start before they were then reeled in by a chasing pack in the second half of the race. However, certainly a rider to keep an eye on, but can he bring the others all back into the fray?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, but Hakim didn't feature in the front yesterday, did he? He was, you know, there and thereabouts.
Exactly.
But he wasn't quite there. So
you've got positions 1 to 6 in the first group. The chasing pack is led by Pratama, and it goes all the way down to Ramersdorfer in 14th. Sullivan Mounsey leading the next set of riders, all the way down to Rocco Sessler.
He's now being slipstreamed by Carpe, Peroni, Rico Salmella, Uriarte and Moodley.
You know, Ruche Moodley was speaking to TNT Sports from the UK. He's the one that wants it the most. I think you're looking at a top 6 of riders who are absolutely chomping at the bit for it.
Who wants it the most out of those guys? Yeah, and just while we're watching these Super 6 race series of 6 programs that will fill the gap between now and Spielberg when we come back racing again.
And although, full disclosure, it happens when the visors and the helmets come off.
So look for born racers.
Here we go then. So, Ruche Moodley and Brian Uriarte, just at the back of this group then, as we were looking at that circuit, so much about flow, isn't it? I mean, especially this part of the corner. The lap times are starting to come, to get a bit slower now, aren't they? A bit of tyre degradation, perhaps. They have broken that previous group.
That was an issue yesterday. They were all over the track, all of them, and slowing each other down. But that isn't what is happening now. It's Morelli who has the advantage. Carpe, Peroni, Salmella happy enough to follow him, more or less.
Morelli, my suspicion is it's him who's just absolutely pounding it out there and just basically saying, lads, if you want to win that race, you got to live with me because I'm going for it from the get.
Yeah, he is, isn't he? So right, the Uriarte, Moodley on the back of Salmella, so they have gained a little bit. It'll be interesting to see. It was the fastest, his own fastest lap of the race so far for Carpe last time.
And Max Quiles, who got a victory in first round, first race in Le Mans, first race in Mugello. If Morelli were to win today, he would join them as a 2-time winner so far this season.
Morelli that leads quite handsomely now across the start and finish with there'll be 6 laps remaining.
This is just really impressive because again, that's 144.178. Well, Peroni last time and Uriarte bust the thing we've ever seen, you know, taking lumps out of each other, turn to turn, etc., as it can get sometimes. But just what you're witnessing here is just riders absolutely on their limit, taking everything.
Daniel and Pratama have had track limits warnings. A lot more track limits warnings and problems in other races today.
Yeah, exactly that. Suddenly it's more sensible from the rookies. Arthur Thompson and then Veda Pratama, Christian Daniel Jr. fighting for 10th place. Boggio, Pugliese and Danish Ramersdorf down to 14th spot.
And Morelli has a track. Really got to watch that.
Yeah, you don't want to be getting a track limits warning. As you say, Uriarte doing as much as he can, but he's not really making any inroads on them at the moment with 5 laps to go. Anything any different or special to the others, we're not quite seen just yet.
Well, that's right. And of course, we don't know what gear they're running in, do we? You know, whether they're using the 6th or they're using 5th. As I said, and he's got on. He has turned the wick up.
That's
now. This is quicker. What we want to see. This is what's going to make it really exciting. Now, surely he's got back onto the turns. An all-time lap record. That is with that group. It's just going to be 3 laps and a few corners to go.
He's on the prowl and he's picked off Peroni already. What can Uriarte do? Yes, series lead on, but now we've really got a race on. The 10-wheeler for the win.
He is so impressive, is Uriarte. He will have learned, he will have, you know, watched the balance, how he uses his weight, what he does. You cannot give an inch to Uriarte because he was past.
Yeah, absolutely cracking. Here we go then, down the back straight, 2.5 laps to go. Morelli still leads the way. Will there be another jump on?
Pada edisi berikutnya, pembalap asal Gunung Kidul tersebut tampil lebih garang. Kemenangan telak dicapainya dengan koleksi 256 poin atau unggul 103 dari rival terdekatnya Amon Odaki. Ia memenangi 9 dari 12 putaran dan menggondol mahkota juara ITC 2023. Perolehan poin Veda memecahkan rekor milik Ayumu Sasaki, dengan 203 poin, yang dicetak pada 2015. Pembalap Indonesia Veda Ega Pratama kembali menunjukkan potensinya di ajang Red Bull Rookies Cup 2024. Veda Ega Pratama memiliki peluang untuk memperbaiki posisinya di seri-seri selanjutnya. Veda Ega Pratama merupakan pendatang baru di Red Bull Rookies Cup. Kemampuannya untuk beradaptasi dengan cepat dan bersaing dengan pembalap-pembalap terbaik Unia menunjukkan potensi besar yang dimilikinya. Seri Asen menjadi peluang bagi Veda Ega untuk kembali menunjukkan performa terbaiknya dan meraih podium. Veda memiliki kemampuan dan tekad yang kuat untuk bersaing di papan atas. Meski peluang Veda untuk meraih podium di Asen terbilang cukup berat, bukan berarti hal itu tidak mungkin. Apalagi jika melihat performa Veda di seri-seri sebelumnya. Pembalap muda Indonesia Veda Ega Pratama menilai dirinya kurang beruntung pada seri ketiga Red Bull Rookies Cup 2024 Race 1 di sirkuit Mugello, Italia, Sabtu. Ia yang memiliki peluang juara pada balapan kali ini mengatakan, kurang beruntung, setelah tersenggol pembalap lain yang membuatnya melebar dan terlempar ke posisi ke-10 pada tikungan pertama lap terakhir saat ia sedang memimpin balapan untuk meraih kemenangan perdananya. Veda yang tampil impresif selama balapan tak menyerah hingga kemudian posisi kelima ia amankan untuk meraih 11 poin yang merupakan torehan tertingginya sejauh ini. Saya senang dengan balapan hari ini, namun saya kurang beruntung, kata Veda, dilansir dari laman resmi Red Bull Rookies Cup. Di tikungan pertama pada lap terakhir, seseorang menabrak saya dan saya terdorong keluar, namun saya beruntung karena tidak terjatuh, lanjutnya. Saya berusaha keras di lap terakhir itu dan finish di posisi kelima, jadi saya senang dengan itu, tambahnya. Pembalap asal Gunung Kidul, Daerah Istimewa Yogyakarta itu mengatakan setelan motornya masih belum sempurna pada balapan kali ini. Pembalap asal Indonesia, Veda Ega Pratama kembali menunjukkan potensinya di ajang Red Bull Rookies Cup 2024. Pembalap muda Indonesia berhasil menempati posisi ke-8 klasemen sementara dengan total 39 poin. Meski masih tertinggal 71 poin dari pemuncak klasemen, Veda memiliki peluang untuk memperbaiki posisinya di seri-seri selanjutnya. Posisi ke-8 bukanlah hasil yang buruk bagi Veda, mengingat dia merupakan pendatang baru di Red Bull Rookies Cup. Kemampuannya untuk beradaptasi dengan cepat dan bersaing dengan pembalap-pembalap terbaik dunia menunjukkan potensi besar yang dimilikinya. Seri Asen yang akan datang menjadi peluang bagi Veda untuk kembali menunjukkan performa terbaiknya dan bahkan meraih podium. Veda memiliki kemampuan dan tekad yang kuat untuk bersaing di papan atas. Meski peluang Veda untuk meraih podium di Asen terbilang cukup berat, bukan berarti hal itu tidak mungkin. Apalagi jika melihat performa Veda di seri-seri sebelumnya. Pembalap muda Veda Ega Pratama jadi satu-satunya perwakilan pembalap Indonesia yang mengikuti kejuaraan Red Bull Rookies Cup 2024. Pembalap muda Indonesia, Veda Ega Pratama tidak takut bertarung di baris depan. Ia harus cepat adaptasi dengan motor KTM RC 125 yang beda karakter dari Honda NSF 250R yang dipakai di Asia Talent Cup. Hingga race Red Bull Rookies Cup yang telah berlangsung, Veda Ega Pratama berhasil mengumpulkan lebih dari 30 poin. Namun begitu, pembalap kelahiran 23 November 2008 itu masih kalah dari pendahulunya. Dalam 6 race terakhir ada 2 pembalap Indonesia yang jadi perwakilan di Red Bull Rookies Cup. Mereka adalah Mario Suryo Aji dan Fadilah Ardi Aditama. Mario Suryo Aji atau Mario Aji turun pada musim 2020 dan 2021. Sedangkan Ardi Aditama musim 2022 dan 2023. Dari 2020 hingga sekarang, Mario Aji masih jadi pembalap Indonesia yang berhasil finish terdepan di kejuaraan Red Bull Rookies Cup. Pembalap muda Indonesia Veda Ega Pratama semakin berkembang pada musim debutnya di Red Bull Rookies Cup 2024 setelah ia finish posisi kelima pada seri ketiga race 1 di sirkuit Mugello, Italia, Sabtu.